Hi there, this is Dominic Deshawn Craig, and for tonight's video, we are going to be talking about the policies of the Democrats making America less safe. We're going to be talking about President Trump and the DACA recipients, the Dreamers. We're also going to close with Sleepy Joe Biden and the continued smear campaign against the President of the United States. So let's get right into it. As you may or may not know, yesterday, 2 cops were ambushed and killed in Dallas, Texas. Now, we don't know how many cops, at least I don't know how many cops, have been killed since the beginning of this so-called protest. This is not a protest. This is an attempted coup. Black Lives Matter. Now, take a look. Why are they almost all white? Okay? Why is Black Lives Matter almost all white? A closer look at the leadership reveals Marxist ties. Anybody who supports them, I challenge you to look at their page for what they believe, and I want to know if you support their political goals. They are Marxist. They don't care about black people. They are here to overthrow the government of the United States. While this is going on, Democratic mayors and governors across the country are acting like they don't know what to do. Like, oh, Black Lives Matter is here. We have to negotiate with them. No, we don't. Nobody elected Black Lives Matter. We elected you. And you're not representing us. You're representing them to us. Therefore, you should be fired. And how do you fire them? Elections. That's how you fire politicians. And that's what it's really all about. That's what all of this is really all about. The cops are being shot. Black people are being killed and assaulted and having their businesses burned down by Black Lives Matter. This is all part of their plan because they know that Sleepy Joe Biden is the worst candidate since Bob Dole fell off the stage. They probably would have had a better chance had they run Sarah Palin again. Joe Biden is that bad. And so they have to distract us from the fact that they have no candidate. And that's what all this is about. This attempted coup by Black Lives Matter. My goodness, man. And it's being supported by the Democrats. They should be ashamed, but they have no shame because they have no souls. Now then, so America's much less safe. And it's all the cities that are run by Democrats. It's New York, it's Chicago, it's Minneapolis, it's Atlanta, it's all of them. And I'm talking about a major spike in violent crime. And while this is going on, they are defunding the police. What is really going on here? So you're defunding the police. Cops don't want to go to work. Cops are being attacked, shot, and killed. If that's happening to cops, then American citizens are not safe. You want to close the gun stores. You want to let the criminals out of jail. You support getting rid of cash bail. So we're making it that much harder to remove the criminals from the streets. Oh my goodness, man. The Democrats are making America unsafe. It doesn't have to be this way. We have to vote them out. So now then, so speaking of voting them out, so Donald Trump is really smart. He is so smart. So with DACA, by creating a program that is basically a pathway to citizenship for the DACA recipients, he's able to take away from the Democrats their strongest and fakest talking point. And that is that Donald Trump is a racist. They have to convince you of this. So by doing this, This calls out the hypocrisy of the Democrats completely. You understand that Barack Obama, the great deporter-in-chief, he made all these promises. He was going to do all this stuff for the DACA recipients. But in fact, he deported more people than all the presidents before him or something like this. He was the one who built those cages that the children were put in. This guy, Obama, the great deporter-in-chief, he did nothing for the DACA recipients. He had the executive branch, the legislative branch, and also, well, he didn't have the judicial branch, but he had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And he did nothing for the DACA recipients. Nothing for the DACA recipients. Nothing. In fact, he deported them. Why? Why did the Democrats do nothing for DACA? And I'll tell you, it's the same reason they do nothing for blacks. You see, they don't want to solve anything. If they solve any of the problems, they'll have nothing to complain about. Without victims, they will have nobody to collect money for. Without collecting money for people, well, they won't be able to steal. My goodness. So they need a permanent victim class. As more and more black people are waking up, they can see that, okay, maybe this generation of black people, maybe you don't get 100% of them to walk out on the Democrats, but the next generation of black people cannot be counted on to just go to the polls and vote for whoever's a Democrat. They can't count on that. So they need a new victim class. And it was going to be the DACA recipients. And they were going to try to pimp them all the way through this election, but Donald Trump preempted them. He said, okay, no. We'll get them a path to citizenship. And now the Democrats are in the position they don't want to work with the president and give him a victory before the election. And they don't want to let the DACA people go because they need a talking point. They need a talking point, and they don't care about the DACA recipients. Remember, Obama built those cages. The great deporter-in-chief. So now then, in closing, we're going to hit Joe Biden. This guy, he's somewhere out there with a bowl of cornflakes, his slippers on, watching reruns of the Golden Girls. And it's totally cool. It's totally cool. But we have to take a look, this guy, at some of the lies this guy is telling. Basically, the main two lies, I guess there would be three of them, but number one, they want to pretend that Donald Trump is a racist, and they want to find ways to say it without actually saying it. That's why they hate black conservatives. That's why they hate us. Yep. The number two big lie of the Democrats is that Trump is somehow responsible for coronavirus, that he was somehow negligent, okay? And we went through this in the last video, where I told you that the CDC, the Trump Department CDC, identified the virus back in November. He closed the border. He set up the coronavirus task force in January while they were trying to call him a racist for it, right? And then the number three lie is that somehow Joe Biden is going to improve the economy and that all these jobs that were lost, Trump is responsible for. Now, keep in mind, Trump didn't close the economy. That was the governors. That was the mostly Democratic governors who did that. Those are the ones who did it. And then after they closed their economies, they turned around and asked the federal government for money to fix their budgets. Right. No. President Trump, his bailout money went directly into the pockets of the American people. Direct deposit. And the Democrats hate that because they don't get to steal the money. So now then, in closing, a vote for the Democrats is a vote against the safety and security of the United States of America. I love the United States. And that's our video. I'd like to thank you for watching.